So welcome. It was a close call this night, but here we are. So April 11th, Psychic Circle 2025. I'm ready to give some messages. So we'll introduce ourselves. I'm East Coast Mystic. I have a Facebook page. East Coast Mystic is my Facebook page. So you can contact me if you want to do any readings, or even if you want to buy stuff. I sell crystals and all kinds of stuff. So welcome tonight. I look forward to giving you your message.
Hi. My name is Crystal Jinjo. My high priestess name is Crystal Raven Rowanwood. I'm an artist. I'm also an intuitive. I use tarot to help people receive messages from spirit and help them figure out when they're at crossroads and such. I do have a website, or not a website, a Facebook page. It's Phoenix Rising School, as I do teach as well. And I'm happy to be here.
Hello, I'm East Coast Earth. I'm so sorry, it's been a day. I'm Mystic Gypsy. Oh my god. Oh my goodness, so sorry right now. My brain is just... You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Mystic Gypsy with 2 eyes. And I'm excited to give some messages because some stuff's coming in right now, so it's just apologies.
Oh. Hi. Hello. Oh. There we go.
Sorry, I guess we're too close together.
Okay. We definitely sound like we're from outer space. I did. There we go. Is that helping? Still close.
Go over there. Here, I'm going to mute mine. There.
I don't think that's working.
I can hear you.
I'll make it to up front.
Okay.
Okay. Well, my name is Moonshine, and I'm just going to get a little better reception, but I'll be doing runes tonight, and it's going to be fun. Thank you.
Okay, he's going to go into the other side of the truck. Okay, well, welcome, Carrie. So we'll start with your message. If you can mute, let me know what you would like to know. You want a general message from each of us, a message from the other side, or did you want to have us answer a specific question?
That's a tough one. I was battling between a general message or from the other side. So whatever comes through, I guess.
Okay, we'll keep both of them in mind, and let's see what we get. Okay, so you're in BC, is that right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, perfect. Everyone's from BC except, well, we were originally from BC. Okay. Give me a message for Carrie Ann. So I'm going to start with the message tonight to all the other intuitives. Get ready for theirs. Oh my gosh. So I did get a jumping card, but
Okay.
what I get from your reading, actually, I want to pull a soul card too, just to see what spirit is coming through. I am sensing a couple spirits, a younger male around you, as well as a female. Weird. So this is a soul card that I got. Let's see if you can see it. There. You can see there's a gentleman and then there's a woman kissing the cheek of that spirit. So that confirms the male and female that I sense around you. And what I get from that card is that you are receiving help right now. I feel like guidance is really important for you to receive. So I'm glad you're on this. The female spirit is someone that is definitely close to your heart. She's family to you. She's also a protector. Now the male spirit, there is a younger male spirit around you. And I also sense an older male spirit. So there's 3 presences around, and I do feel like they are trying to bring guidance to you. This lets me know that you got the 10 of Swords. So to me, that means you have a lot on your plate right now. You're in the middle of chaos and change, but
Yeah.
the answer is that is going to come to solid ground for you. You do have to keep pushing forward. Know that this situation around you that's getting to your mind and affecting everything actually is coming to an end. So peace is important. You are almost out of the cloudiness, and there is good energy coming your way. But I have a warning. You got to be careful around other people, because
Okay.
I feel like other people's influences are not in tune with your spirit for some reason. And I feel like it's really important for you not to push this change and these circumstances, but to let yourself seek comfort in knowing that whatever is happening right now is temporary. The female spirit around you is trying to bring you a solid foundation. And that foundation is also something that will give you the stability that you need to feel right now. But there is a mischievous energy that's getting in the way. So it's almost like you're dealing with somebody else's personality as well as something financial. I do feel a financial influence, which means that spirit is trying to bring in more wealth or security when it comes to money, as well as I feel like somebody needs to listen, and it's not you, it's around you, but somebody needs to make a change financially because it is affecting you for some reason. But on the most positive note, you got the World card, which lets me know that you are in tune and there's a real power, a real universal power around you that is influencing every area of your life, okay? Your mind, your heart, the way you live your life, and the things that you want. So what you want in life right now will go in that direction. But it's important not to try to control it. The changes around are connected to universal laws as well as universal power. And that lets me know that, yes, you're going to get through everything. You're maxed out. You did get the 10 of Swords, but it also lets me know that you have to hold your space with what you want and maybe try not to influence those around. Suggestions are fine, but try to let go. And you're dealing with an energy that is bitter. So for some reason there's resentment and bitterness, and it's not yours, but it's because this person feels like they're at a dead end, or they're trying to create a better tomorrow. They just don't know how. So even though there's some negative, I definitely see it turning to a positive for you. But this is also a card of, people taking advantage of you. So make sure that you stand in your ground. You don't let yourself go through situations that are going to put you in a more difficult space, and that you just know that you're moving in the right direction, that something is being done with the situation. Like I said, there's universal power around you, but you had to deal with falseness. And that's what this 10 of Swords to me represents for you, is dealing with other people's falseness. So yeah, that's what I feel right now. You are creating a new path, and it looks like it's going to be good in the end. But there's a refusal. Now, I feel like someone is refusing something that they should be doing, but it's important for you to keep going and trust that, you're coming to a completion in this situation, to hold on and know that, it may not seem right now, but the occurrence and change is moving forward to where you want it to go. So you might be dealing with energies that you don't want to. It could be painful, but you are moving out and moving into a different situation. Now, if this does have to do with a breakup or some kind of or separation or change of relationship, it's important for this energy to happen, because there's a healing energy that needs to come to you, that you need to experience. And if it is something that has to do with career or something that you want to do, or maybe somebody else's career around you, there is a change. So the change in career and finances is definitely connected to something better and something new. Like the next thing is going to be better for you as well. But financially, this does represent dealing with some difficulties and something needing to change. And the security must be part of the search right now, part of the seeking energy, because you need to question what needs to happen for you to be in a better place. And let the guidance come to you. And when I say guidance, it's going to be certain places or certain people. There's help from unexpected sources that you're already connected with. So you're not meant to be in a difficult financial position right now, unless it is something new and better coming your way. Okay. But I do feel like this change and the energy around you is trying to create some kind of healing when it comes to relationships, especially past, present, and future circumstances. So all past, present, and future is going through change, and you're that channel of change. So have faith in where you're at, hold what you want, be stern in what you want, but don't try to control change with others. Suggestion is the key. So giving better ideas to, like planting those seeds when it comes to what would be easier and more beneficial for you, as well as that, okay? So that is what I'm getting right now. I know other things are coming in, so I do want to let the others go and see what else I come up with, okay?
Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, so there's big energy that comes forward for you. It's like very pop in, like it's a strong presence. So I do feel your grandmother around. She's been very she's been kind of giving you signs lately where like it sounds like, I think if you're feeling like you're hearing like knocks on the door or like something drops, and the knocks off the counter or some, just little random things in the house, it's definitely your grandmother letting you know she's there with you.
Okay.
And I also noticed though, she's kind of, I do believe that she's behind this energy of like adding in something into your space, like into your daily routine that would be like your own, like yourself. You're kind of like, I don't really like the term self-care sometimes because it feels like it has to be like a bath or reading or something, but like there's something that your soul's I feel like is craving, and it shows that like it's something that you have already been in tune with, and your intuition right now and always is like on point. So you definitely have these opportunities that are kind of coming forward, which makes the challenges even more challenging. It seems like maybe necessarily there isn't the confidence in your intuition, like yourself, you know what I mean? Like trusting that like you'll feel like you know the right answer, and then there's a little piece of like doubt of like, but like make that decision, listen to that intuition, because what the cards are showing is that there is like something important that is being presented that you've dealt with before. It might be kind of like a pattern or a cycle or something, and you've made kind of similar choices over the last few times it's kind of rose up, and now is that time where you need to make the decision that's best for you. Like it's a different decision than the one you've had before. And so it's just really tapping into that like part of your heart where it's like you're just going to know what the decision is and just trust that. You've got the Strength card here, which I love for you. It's just about facing those fears of like, I don't know, there's something, uncertain about, but just trust your intuition. She's there to guide you. And if you need her help, it definitely shows that like she also comes maybe by birds. I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like there's some sort of ceremony or celebration. It's showing me that you would connect with your grandmother through, or maybe when she was around, there was something you guys used to do together.
And we used to garden together.
Okay. That's definitely, because I keep seeing like the gardens in my cards.
Yeah.
So that would be wonderful. It would really kind of make that connection with her for you. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the garden because my card shows the sunflower, and then it definitely shows some roses, and that she is a guardian angel. However, she is with two other females, is what I get. So she is with people that care about you, and they are taking care of you. So I would definitely plant some stuff this summer that represents her, and see how it grows and that sort of thing, for sure. One thing that I get is if you ask for a sign, she will give it to you. So ask for more signs, work with her like she's your spirit, your guardian angel. And the other thing is when you work with your power of intention, she can help you more. So make sure you tell her what you intend to happen, what your intentions are, especially during the full moons.
Okay.
Which is tomorrow.
Hi, Carrie.
Hi.
Okay, so I'm getting a few really strong impressions off my cards here. I do want to say that the overall arc here is that there's a sense of you. Just before I continue, you can hear me okay, right? Because I'm kind of okay. I'm just a bit far from my speaker, so I just wanted to make
Oh
sure.
yeah, no, I can hear you.
Okay. I do feel like there's a sense of having to, that there's some sort of sense of conflict or a sense of a situation where you feel like a decision that you might make might not be, like, there's a sense of a factor of safety being a concern. That might just be kind of like a sense of like being unsure about the unknown rather than a real, like, in your face kind of like, if I do this, I'm in danger. That's not exactly what I mean, but just more like a sense of not trusting the process in something here. And there is a real emphasis on trusting yourself. And because I'm getting cards here that are suggesting that there's a pretty deep sense of confusion, and particularly emotional confusion, rather than analysis paralysis. It's almost like you're not sure how to feel about something. And I think part of what the card's advice here is regarding that is that this part of the reason why the situation is cropping up for you, and I always try to suggest to clients to try to look at how it's serving you, which is difficult sometimes if there's aspects at play that are hard, but sometimes the way something serves us is by showing us what's not working for us so that we can come into alignment with our preferences. And sometimes we don't come into alignment with our preferences because we're not actually even sure what those preferences really are. And I feel like part of the nudge here is for you to kind of come into contact with your own, like, I believe Mystic Gypsy mentioned it, but your own sense of self-care. And again, when I say self-care, that's not really about bubble baths and getting a manicure. Those things are great, but that's not what I'm talking about self-care. I'm I'm talking more about like advocating for yourself, like your heart space. Or like, I feel like there is a bit of a disconnect because there's something that you've had a trial with that has something to do with this deep sense of kind of confusion, but that there's been an emotional trial for you, but you're holding on to it rather than allowing it to move, let it go. And I think part of the issue is that you are emphasizing on the letting go, which is upsetting, rather than emphasizing the movement forward. Because there's a lot of cards here that are suggesting that Spirit's asking you it's time to move forward. It's time to get out of there's a self-sacrificial kind of energy here. I'm not sure what to do, and I'm kind of like, I'm gonna hold on to what I have, because if I don't know what I'm going to have later, like, that's almost more scary or something. But Spirit's asking you to trust yourself more than even the process, because you don't know what the process is. Granted, you just can, anybody really only sees what the next step in front of them. I get that. So, it really, really comes down to, regardless of where I find myself, I know I can trust myself to get through it. And I feel like that is part of what needs to be strengthened in you, is that trust in yourself. And that's something that can take a long time to really get good at, but we have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I do see a sense of moving away from something, and I do see it being something that has an emotional charge for you. And that has been what's been considered here. I'm not saying that Spirit's telling you that's what you need to do. Mm-hmm. It's just that that's what's kind of on the table, and that whatever you decide to do, movement needs to be part of that plan. Okay, so I do get a very sense that, like, there's, again, back at that self-advocacy, if there are needs or desires of yours that are not being met, that there is a sense of almost like aggressiveness that needs to come from you in order to kind of advocate that. Now, that might be between you and somebody specific, but it might just be more like a general, like you just need to be willing to aggressively put it out there, whatever that is. And it has to come from you first. It doesn't even matter if other people aren't providing you with what it's one of those things where it's like you have to believe it first before you see it. You have to be willing to act that way before you see it, rather than seeing it is believing it. You have to be willing to put it out forth first. That is part of that self-advocacy. And then if it is a specific person, you will allow them to make a decision on what they want to do. Just be clear. The cards here are suggesting clarity. So whatever it takes for you to get clear about what you want, and then voicing that. If it is a discussion that needs to be had, if it isn't a discussion, this is just suggesting that you put it forth into your life moving forward. It needs to be part of your plan. Because I do see that there has been some confusion, and like I mentioned, and I do feel like it is maybe part of some form of gaslighting. It might be coming from somebody. It might be coming from you. But the point is that this is really about learning to trust what you feel you need, and setting aside other people's ideas about what you need, or setting up other ideas aside. It's convoluting the situation, and it's bringing a lot of it's bringing a lot of burden on your shoulders. You're carrying a lot. So the outcome here is actually suggests movement, which is great. It does suggest movement in the sense that it will be a big change. Okay, but that big change is going to bring about a seed of intention. It's an opportunity for you to really plant where you want to see yourself, because there is opportunity there for you to move into a place of more alignment with the heart space, rather than just going through the motions with something or feeling stagnant. But it does require for you to use your voice. It does require movement. And then, provided you can work towards that, it's almost like an initiation for you. It's a personal initiation into like a new aspect of your life. And I think that from what the cards are showing, if you can put that forward, you're going to be pleasantly surprised down the road.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I've got a couple different things here for you. Overall, the ultimate outcome is very good. It's the world of having everything. Okay, so along the path here, that is what's being brought to you right now. Is all of this is occurring for the full opening, where you feel free and balanced in all directions and with all aspects. Okay, and a real sense of freedom and openness, and like just feeling that light everywhere around your consciousness. I do have a question. Did you have a person close to you, a friend, a male friend in touch with this feminine side, pass away suddenly? Could have been like 4 years ago or in around that area. Did you have somebody? There's a smaller framed male coming in through, and he seemed to be very like happy, but yet he could have had depression as well too, a little bit, but always carried himself with happiness.
There was a friend probably about 6 months ago, but he wasn't a small guy.
No? Did
No.
he have like a kind of like a light, like a happy kind of, like he would say things positive, like he had a
Yeah.
positive. Okay, because
Yeah.
I'm seeing him as like a positive spirit, and it was like that he like reached over and put like a feather, like almost like a feather in your hat, like a feather in your cap, which is in a symbology is to like here you go, like you can have this new life, like you can have all the things that you wanted, and it's like a feather in the cap. And anyways, and I didn't know if there was, whatever it was that happened there, whether it was a drug involvement or a sudden passing or a suicide, but there was some thought where he would be emotional in a way. He kind of felt the depths, right? So you could connect with him, but he also had that very positive, light as well. Or
Yeah.
maybe a little bit of bipolar, but very, very loving. Well, he came through, and it just felt the spirit of that gift of putting a feather in your cap, and it was very happy and light and balanced, and it was for you to be able to like move forward, and hey, like you can do it. It's good. You can move forward with everything you want now. Like you've got like a new life opening ahead of you. That was like the spirit of it. Um, so that did come through, and it came through right after another sign here that was showing for an opening for yourself. So that could be even like your own spiritual sight, your own psychic gifts, your own real knowing and trusting what you're hearing and feeling is, your real connection with the other side, and that you can like follow it and embrace it and know that it's real, and take that to a bigger level, and not just past loved ones, but also guides and angels or guiding spirits or whatever it is that's coming in your spiritual path, right? That you're connected with in your beliefs or in your discoveries, to know that they're powerful, and that you have that power. And that's part of why you have that sensitivity to be able to see and feel things the way you do. But where's my power to make the change in it? It's a connection through the guiding powers that are coming to you. Okay, so that's one thing, is embracing that is going to change it for you and for people around. It does show me that it shows that about 4 months ago there was like a real standstill, and it's like everything was still, and you have Thor Ruin come, and that's like a breakthrough, like overcoming obstacles. Shows that it took focus. You have the Tiger's Eye as well too, and that you actually moved forward through a challenge here in the last couple of months, and your center stone that landed right in the middle was the moonstone, like dead center. So the full moon is coming. Connect with the moon. It also shows that you initiated something with the moon in your connection before, and it's something that you can do in the future. So make sure you ask for what you want and what you want to let go of this full moon, because that came as your center stone of your whole reading was the moon. It also shows here that there is two things of fluctuation and balance. So there's a lot of balance, and it does show that you're responsible in this, and that you're working hard, and that you are taking what you have seriously, and that you do keep it in balance, and you do earn what you have, and you are responsible in doing that, and that is a strength, but it's also been consuming. And focus for new changes and location or house or moving has been a thought. There is an opening coming in 2 months here. There is you've got the red jasper as well around it, which is a Native American grounding and magical protection stone. So that shows it's going to give you that real sense of calm. And also you have a change in a cycle. So something that is going to come into play here within 3 months, just before 3 months time. And there's something about it that has to do with a cycle. So something that's going to be good for you for like both seasons of the year in a way. So something is going to come into play where it balances something out not in balance now. So timing or travel, or like there's something that's more heavy in one where you in one spot, so you can't go to the other spot. Where this is going to give you that balance, and it's nurturing. You have Berkana ruin with that, so it's all nurturing. Like so, you real comfort and nurturing, and also the fluorite. So it is showing that it's not only a wish stone in a sense, but it's your creativity. So things that you are like making, being creative in, being proactive with your creativity, and those ideas that you have, that is going to bring you like a feeling of home and be very good for you. You have two other things. One is that your battle stone does show, which is to conquer and to be able to win, and that you've got that power and strength. However, it's off the table, which I think in this situation is that's one of the skills that you have, but for some reason it's one that you can't use in this situation. I think you just need to go with the heart and your feeling, because you have the battle skills, verbally or making your point, or maybe something else, somebody else can't hear that point, or they're not willing to change. So it's like, what can you do? So, this is saying like, you don't need to fight that fight. You've done what you can on it, that you can put that down and move forward, and you've got the wish stone in front of you. So it's really about like, what do I want for myself? What do I want in my life? And everything else is going to realign to that. So really embrace that, follow your creativity, follow this kind of new surge forward and this new feather in your cap and this movement. And you're going to see it takes you into a new space with you honoring your creativity and abilities. And there's a lot of happiness for you. And like I say, that the overall outcome was the world and having all of the things that you actually want in place for you. So it's really good. So just like, keep your spirits up, know that that's what's in place for it, and seize the opportunities as they come to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that was a good messages all around.
Yeah.
Another thing that I wanted to mention is that I really keep seeing three things: the eagle, the raven, and the butterfly. And that, the spirits around you, they're all working in your favor, just like the universe. So live your life like they are working in your favor. And the lesson and the message that I feel coming through is that you actually have received and are still receiving a new power and a way to understand that power. So there is a new ability around this creative force that's around you. So it's important for you to put together your next plan. What's your path? What's your plan? Who's in it? Because all these things that you want will manifest as attainments. And the power, it's about honoring your path right now and dedicating your life to your own wholeness, not somebody else's wholeness, which is, which also is part of that message that the other intuitives got about self-care. So if you're working on your path and it's about how you want to feel, your wholeness is what is pulling in this universal law, this divine intention, and know that you can have anything you want. There's no limitations for you, and you have spirits that are helping you and working in your favor. But I do feel that the protection around you does have to do with some kind of competing energy, or an energy that is trying to pull your power away, and that's not possible. So don't give your attention to anyone that needs to compete with you or is trying to take power from you. Own your power, be who you are, but let the energy bring you fulfillment. Seek fulfillment, because you have the world card, which to me means that it's the happily ever after card. And it's just about, taking on what you want, being the seeker, having fun, finding the inspiration, and not putting your intention in other people's bullshit. Really. And if you claim that power, you're going to find more energy coming to you instead of you having to go and try to get it. So honor your path and dedicate your life to your wholeness, and other people will also do that as well. Okay, but three crow sounds represents something good. The spirits are helping you, coming your way. So if you hear a crow and it calls 3 times, good things are on the way. So just be aware, where's this good thing? Is it today? Is it tomorrow? And that will help you keep your head up high. Okay. If the eagle comes around, that message from spirit that's guiding you is letting you know that you're winning. You're winning the battle.
I see eagles all the time.
Well, they are your spirit animal, and they're connected to someone who loves you very much.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, that's what I see for you. So I think that
Awesome.
you're on the right path. Just get rid of the distractions that aren't moving you in the direction that you want. You know, just tell yourself, I don't have time for it. And don't give your attention to other energies. Let those energies come to you. And you'll see how quickly they do, because that energy, your fulfillment is important right now. And you are walking that path to wholeness.
Yes.
Yeah, I see good things. You're just
Awesome.
going through a little bit of a death and rebirth. And I do have a birthday energy around you. So I know that, you know, there's wishes coming true. Just a full moon, put your wishes out there, look at the moon and say, this is what I want to happen this month.
Yeah.
And see how it comes about. Enjoy that process.
Perfect.
Right on. Well, that's it for us. So we'll let you go. And I'll give Mystic Gypsy the link to your replay so you can listen to this. And, you know, listen to it every once in a while, because you're only going to grab the messages that you need today. But in a couple months, you're going to be like, oh, wow, right? Or you might need another message. But yeah, you have good spirits around you, and they're all working in your favor. So use them.
I will.
First. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great night. Bye-bye.
I'm so sorry for stalling.